Hello, besties. Style DDTV is here. Welcome, everyone, from wherever you're watching me. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. It's another beautiful Friday. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, beautiful Style DDTV besties. It's a pleasure to have you guys here today. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. This is Style DDTV here. Happy Friday to everyone, wherever you're watching me from. Thank you, Roots. Welcome for coming to my live. Good evening. How are you today? I hope you're good. Thank you for coming. It's going to be an amazing evening. Amazing Friday evening. Welcome, Adeshua. Thank you for coming. Ibuku, I can see you. Welcome. Thank you guys for coming. Deborah, good evening. Thanks for coming. Ruth, thank you for coming. You're highly welcome. Hi, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Happy Friday to you all. It's a privilege to have today being Friday. Thank you, everyone. Folake, welcome. Thanks for coming. Success, I can see you. Thanks for coming. Welcome, everyone. I feel much privileged seeing you guys sitting down, bringing out your precious time to come and sit with Style DDTV. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Sahu, welcome. Thank you. Folake, thanks for coming. Khan, you're welcome. Thank you. You're all welcome. So we're going to start immediately because I don't want to waste you guys' time. Today's topic, let's go straight to today's topic. First of all, let me say thank you to all of you who are here right now because it's an amazing opportunity for us to be here together. And it's an opportunity, it's a privilege unto me having you guys here in the midst of Style DDTV live video, bringing out your precious time, leaving all things you're doing to come and sit down with me. I will not disappoint you. Thank you so much for coming. Let's get into straight our points. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic that has to do with our lives. Because I think we are beginning to ignore, to neglect our life quality, which is very wrong. Now, we make our time so much to do all our chores, all our daily activities. We have parties to attend, we have work to go to, we have shopping to do, we have house chores to do, we have so many things to do. But I can realize that the world is no longer concentrating on their health, on their well-being, which is very wrong, Now, I've made a visibility study recently on how most people have dropped dead. And inside of my head, I'm thinking, what could be the possibility of the cause of all this kind of death? Now, let me use one typical example of a prominent person known by the whole world, a celebrity whom everybody knows by name, Onyeka Onwenu. Onyeka Onwenu went to attend an invitation of someone's birthday, right? She really felt good before she left her home. She went out from her home with high spirit because she was going to deliver, because she's a singer. She was a singer, sorry, because she's gone now. So we're using past tense. She was a singer. She was a songwriter. She was doing so many things to entertain the world. Onyeko, when he left her home to go and grace an occasion, someone's birthday, and never had in mind that she would not come back to her home, and never had in mind that that day was the last day of her life. Now, what are we trying to talk about? Our health. Now, I want us to look at the important organs in our body. One is the liver. The second one is the kidney. And then the pancreas. And of course, our heart. Now, most times, people tend to ignore all of these organs in the body. They are very important. They are the engine of the entire body. If they're not functioning well, if they are malfunctioning, there is no way you can get up from your chair. There is no way you can get up from your bed energetically, no matter the kind of food you've eaten, for you to be able to make few steps out of your house, or to think of going to work, or to think of going to a party, or to think of doing chores in your home. So what am I trying to say? We have neglected most of these organs that are very vital, that are like the engine of the body. People go out, on their way, they drop dead. It's happening. People go to parties while they are marrying, while they are eating, enjoying themselves, they will drop dead suddenly. People will go to work, while they're at work, they will drop dead. Does anybody think about all of this? Has anybody asked, why are all of these things happening? Now, some people who haven't got the awareness will kind of deem it that, oh, maybe there's an evil spirit that has come upon the person and the person just dropped dead. This has been the notion, especially when you come to Africa. Africans always believe in superstition. Africans always believe that one juju or one witchcraft or whatever, or one evil person is coming after them. So once they hear that someone went somewhere and dropped dead, the next thing that comes into people's mind will be, oh, they have charmed her, or they've used voodoo on her, or they've done something to him. Today, I want to open your mind. I want to open your eyes, and I want you to start thinking. I want you to start thinking in a modest way. I want you to realize that we're in the modern world. We need to start facing the reality. Now that this body we have, the engine of this body we have are things like the heart, the kidney, the liver, the pancreas. If all of these things are not working properly, you cannot exist. Trust me, you cannot exist. Now, most people have kind of developed some habits, some terrible habits that are ruining their organs. Now, let's start with the heart. Now, the heart is the engine of the body, right? Everybody know that. Some people from year to year, they don't go to visit the doctor. Some people from year to year, they don't check their body. I am very much aware that in the entire whole world, we have what we call annual general body test, annual general blood test, as you may regard it. So it has to do with blood tests that will check some kind of things to make sure that everything in your body is working fine. Now, how many of us watching me right now has done general blood test this year? Now, today is November 1st. We are very grateful. We have gone into a new month. The year is finishing by God's grace, right? we are coming towards the end of this year. Please, if you have done general blood tests from the beginning of this year, possibly up until now, just once, because you're regarded to do it once. If you have done your blood test this year, can you type on the page, yes, for me? Because we need to start creating awareness. There are certain things we tend to be ignoring. We're ignoring them and they are affecting us so much, and they are declining the population of the world by, putting people into untimely death. So if you have done your blood test this year, could you please type yes for me? Beautiful. Akindele, yes. Akindele, you have done his. Betty has done. Good, good. Folake, Ella. Yeah, Akindele, I've mentioned your name. Folake, yes. Okay. So let's be very realistic here. Let's tell ourselves the simple truth. And thank you for those of you that haven't done, for being sincere. Emmanuel has done his as well. Okay, beautiful. Now, for those of you who haven't done their blood test, please, I advise you should go for your blood test. The reason for you doing blood test is this. There are so many sickness in the body. Okay, Chevy says okay, Chevy has done as well. Beautiful. Now, there are certain diseases in the body that will not actually give you physical symptom. We know very well that once in a while we feel headache. And we've got this notion that once you have headache, oh, you go take paracetamol. Oh, because maybe you're tired or you're, things like that. Can I tell you one thing? Headache is a sign. Headache is a symptom of something is wrong in your system. It doesn't matter how minor it is. It doesn't matter how serious it is. Once you have headache is a sign of something. It's telling you that there is something wrong in you that you need to go check out. Yeah. Babs, I am saying the truth. Precious, exactly. Deborah, yes. So what am I saying? We need to start looking after ourselves, because whatever we are doing in this world, if we don't look after ourselves, they are all in vain. The mansions you're building, the cars you're buying, the investments you're all doing, your businesses and all that, if you don't have your life, they will all go in the drain. Other people will enjoy them. So many people, they don't regard it. They don't take it, but because I know that the situation, the financial situation in the entire whole world, not just in Africa, is in the entire whole world right now. Even I myself talking to you, I am facing it. So it's making people, it's distracting people a lot. But I have to tell you, be very, very mindful. Put your health, put your life as number one from today. Say to yourself, my health comes first before my investment, before the job I'm doing, before the business I'm doing, before even the food. Because if you're not feeling well, the body will reject the food. So what have you gained? So we need to start looking into all of these things. They are very essential. One, it will help you by running blood tests. It's just once in a year. It's not much. The blood test will reveal whatever that is going wrong in your system. And the earlier the disease or the illness is detected, the more possibility you will have in having successful treatments. So you can see the importance of blood tests. Most people will develop high blood pressure and they wouldn't know that they've developed high blood pressure. Because high blood pressure doesn't pull you down to say, oh yes, you have high blood pressure. Not until it gets worse. And by the time you realize this, it's too late. This is why people get stroked down. This is why people get heart attack. This is why people get cardiac arrest and all of those. And then people will start blaming one evil out there. Sometimes we are the cause of our problem, not the evil ones. Sometimes the evil ones, they go to sleep while we are roaming about and be doing silly things. Everything cannot be, if the devil cannot be blamed for everything. Trust me. Blood test is very important. If you're having symptoms that does not stop, that is continuous, go and see your doctor for early treatments. Most sicknesses in this world can be treated. Everything depends on the early time it was detected. There is no sickness that cannot be treated. Everything depends on the time the doctor detected it or when it was diagnosed. But most of us, we tend to ignore. We tend to think we don't. I mean, we tend to underrate the body. We tend to underrate symptoms. We tend to ignore symptoms. It's not right, guys. We need to grow up with all of this so that we can last long for our family, last long for our children, last long for our grandchildren. Guys, it's very important. Shoma, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So what am I trying to say? It is very important. Now, let's look into our habits. Now, if you're a smoker, right? This is a habit you've already formed. You can still get off it. That doesn't mean that the world is on top of you. No. You can still quit from smoking because remember that smoking is a no-no to your health. Smoking will give you terrible sicknesses in your lungs, your heart, and so many other places. Smoking can cause cancer of the lungs. Medical experts have mentioned this several times. Now, when you go to the shop and you see a pack of cigarettes, you can see where they wrote, excuse me, that smoking is dangerous. They will write, smoking can kill you. Yet, people are still smoking. This is why it's always good for you to be careful on the kind of habit you form. Habit is easy to form, but very hard to deviate from it, to pull out from it, to stop it. If you're the type that drinks a lot of alcohol, you need to start thinking about yourself right now. Now the clock is ticking. Now that you can see clearly, now that you can hear Style Diddy TV, you need to start thinking about what to do about it, to start quitting. There are so many ways to quit from all of these bad habits. You don't just say, oh, I'm stopping smoking today. Bye. Because Style Diddy series says stop smoking. No. You have to start by, if you're the type that take 5, 6 of cigarettes, you will now start reducing your cigarettes. Instead of 5, you reduce by 4. From 4, you say next week, I'll reduce by 1, making it 3. Gradually, you can stop. And with the help of medical experts, they can also help you. They can suggest something that can kind of give you, that vibe of that smoking, something equivalent but not smoking, that can actually, help you to stay away from the habit, because it is a no-no to your health. There is no magic to it. There's nothing you're going to tell Style Diddy TV that smoking is good for your health. No, it's going to kill you. Drinking alcohol is very dangerous. It will affect your liver. It will affect your pancreas. You will develop high blood pressure. You might end up with stroke. You see people being struck down. Most of these things, habits, health negligence, stupid eating, and all of those things. Now, we need to talk about sugar. If today is your first time coming to my live video, could you please do me a favor by going back to my channel to watch where I spoke about sugar, things that are not very good for your body. Sugar is very dangerous. Sugar is sweet. Everyone enjoys sugar. Everyone enjoys sweet food, right? But we want to concentrate on the adverse effects, on the negative aspect of it. Why would we continue to love something that will give us problem over time? Why would we want to keep eating something that will give us illness over the years. It doesn't make sense. How are we going to do it? What do we need to do? Now, I want you guys to suggest to me, because sugar is a problem. Everybody is guilty of sugar, right? Everyone is guilty of sugar. Trust me, including me that is talking. If you decide not to take the raw sugar, you're eating bread. There's sugar in the bread. The malt you drink, there's sugar in it. The juice you drink, there's sugar in it. Even the rice we eat, there is sugar, carbohydrates, is turned to sugar. Guys, what are we going to do? What do we need to do to start cutting down on all of this? Because people's lifespan is being shortened by the day. People are dropping dead every day. And coupled with the fact that the standard of living now is not helping. It's not helping in the sense that people have no too much choice of what to eat. The most available food is what they anchor on. You can imagine a poor family in Africa, and then you tell them to stop eating yam. You tell them to stop eating gari. You tell them to stop eating rice. Whereas all of this food, everybody is struggling so hard to even get them to eat, even once in a day. So you can see how the economy of the country is making things worse. It's not helping matters. Because people can no longer make good choice. People can no longer make healthy choice. You say to a poor man, oh, don't eat. A poor man, for instance, has gari in the house, yes, and nothing else, right? He will have to eat in the morning, he will eat in the evening and in the night, and he has only gari. And then he will come and make his timetable. Oh, I will smoke gari, I'll pour it in the water to drink in the morning. Then in the afternoon, I have to, prepare it with hot water to swallow it. In the night, the same. 3 courses of carbohydrate intake in a day is going into the belly. It's enlarging the belly. It's messing up the liver. Inbuilt of sugar, carbohydrate, fructose, all of those things. At the end of the day, diabetes will pop up. Because when there's insulin resistance, what happens? Diabetes will kick off. Problem. Coupled with genetic factors. Coupled with genetic factors. How are we going to handle it? How do we do it? It's a big issue. Who is that? So, guys, what's going to happen? What do we need to do? We need to find a way out. Now, vegetables. Yeah, vegetables are very important in the body. Vegetables, they are very important in the body. You can add vegetable in your menu in any way. If you make your rice, you make vegetable, right? Then you have little portion of your rice, because you can't tell an African man or woman not to eat rice. I don't know how possible that would be. Little portion of your rice, little portion of your vegetable, spinach, ugu, all of those, water leaf, green, all of them, depending on the one you can lay hands on, just to make sure that the quantity of carbohydrates you eat on daily basis is cut down by 50%. So many people are suffering from diabetes, and they are taking injection every day because they need to bring down, they need to balance the blood sugar level. Otherwise, they will drop dead. All of this is crazy. It is crazy. Thank you so much. Nkechi, he says, may God continue to bless you for our generation upbringing. Thank you so much, my love. Deborah said, we can take bitter leaf water early in the morning. Thank you so much, Deborah. Now, guys, Deborah has made a very beautiful suggestion, and I want to read some more of these suggestions. Deborah is saying that you can incorporate bitter leaf water, take bitter leaf water in the morning. Guys, do you know that bitter leaf water is so medicinal? Bitter leaf water will go to a long way to prevent you from developing diabetes. Are you aware? It will detox your system. Detoxing your system means it will bring out all the dirty things in your system, in your belly, and you go to toilet. And when you go to toilet, you evacuate them. It will help you to keep in shape as well. There are so many things. There are so many things we are coming to them that we can use to be helping ourselves. You know, it's a problem. Elaton, thanks for coming. You're welcome. So, Chioma says, what about nchang? Yes, Chioma, nchang is very medicinal. We call it scent in English, it's called scent leaf. Scent leaf is very medicinal. You can squeeze out the water and you drink it, guys. Kende says we should eat our carbs, carbohydrates, with a lot of vegetables, just like I rightly said. Exactly. We're not going to throw away yam. I'm not going to say to you, stop eating yam. It's not possible. If I say that, I am deceiving myself. All of these things is in moderation. Start eating in moderation. Stop overloading your system with all of these carbs, because all of them are filled up with carbohydrates. Now, I learned that in Africa now, beans is so hard to afford. We can also mix it with scent leaf. Yes. Brilliant ideas. Yes. You need to start. Now, plantain. Guys, green plantain is amazing. Green plantain is amazing. Green banana is amazing. You can just start eating as if you have diabetes, just for you to prevent diabetes from hitting you. Cut down on sugary food, cakes, bread. You see the white bread that everybody loves to eat is the most dangerous. Some people, Shakira says some people can't do without smoking every day, and which is bad habit. Yes, like I rightly said, habit once formed is hard to stop. So even when they are still craving for it, they need help. They actually need help to stop. You know, they can get advice from the doctor. Families can as well help. So you try as much to stop them from mingling with people who smoke. That is number one. Don't let them smell it, because once they smell, they start craving for their one. And that's the time some of them, you see them, they go about even begging people to share the cigarette while it's in their mouth. They want to share with people. That's to tell you how bad that habit is, guys. Unripe plantain is so amazing. Yes, Emmanuel, is very amazing to the body. Very, very amazing. So medicinal. Cucumber, good. Cucumber is good. Cucumber is good. Guys, onions is very good to the heart. Onions is very good. It's very good for your entire body. Onions. Now, one vegetable that will amaze you. You see the pepper we eat? When we eat it, yes. Pepper, do you know that pepper is very good with high blood pressure? Can I tell you? Now, we've got some wrong notions about most of this food we eat. Some people must have said, oh, pepper helps to raise blood pressure. It aggravates high blood pressure. It's a typical lie. According to a medical expert who has made a very important study, has made the whole world understand that pepper is a very good treatment for high blood pressure. If nothing you can take home today, take this home. Pepper is very medicinal. And this is the way they did it. Now, when you eat pepper, yeah, when you have a lot of pepper in your food, you're uncomfortable. Everybody knows that. You will be sweating. You know, you feel very uncomfortable. Yes. The reason is because it is working in your system. You feel uncomfortable, you're sweating, you're tearing, and all of those stuff. You see your head, even your hair. If you feel your head, you can notice that you're sweating on your head. What it's doing is that it's pinching the body. Now, the Englishman has kind of thought about this pepper we are talking about. How can we get enough of it without the trauma? You know, without going through the trauma of the hotness. And then they start making pepper in a capsule. They call it pepper capsule, Cayenne pepper capsule. Cayenne. It's called Cayenne. Cayenne pepper is the pepper we eat. What they use the word Cayenne because it's the hot. Cayenne pepper capsule. If you go to some of the pharmaceutical shops, Holland and Barrett, if anywhere you are, Google Cayenne pepper, you will see it. It comes in capsules. And the Cayenne pepper, you're expected to take Cayenne pepper, like take 2 capsules of Cayenne pepper twice a day for blood pressure. Guys, we need to start bringing out things that we have. Africa is rich. We have, God bless Africa. We have virtually everything that we can use to build our body, to live long, to maintain our body without stress. Yes, exactly. Oluwa Pelumi, yes, that's the correct spelling. Guys, have a look at that Cayenne pepper. Yes, exactly. Edon, you put a picture of the green one. No, not the green one, the red one. Our real original traditional pepper. That's the one we mean. That is the one I'm talking about. Medical experts, but they will not tell you all of these things because they want you to do what? To keep on taking the English medication. You need to start using your brain. All the medications, all the English medication, they have side effects. They will cure you, they will treat you, and they give you another side effect. Africa is so blessed. Someone mentioned ginger. You see ginger, turmeric, where is this other one? Turmeric and cloves. We use cloves to boil meat. All of these things, they are medicinal. They have one particular job they do in the body. You see the Cayenne pepper, hold on to it. Treatment for high blood pressure. It will be sounding raw to your ears. It will be sounding weird to your ears. But I am telling you, I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a medical personnel, but according to a medical personnel's study. Ginger, very good. Yes, turmeric, cloves, yes. All of these, they are very medicinal. Very, very medicinal. Okay, yes, Choma, you're correct. Choma said, yes, pepper is good, but not good for people with ulcer. Excuse me. Now, this is the reason that the Englishman has put the pepper in a capsule form, so that you don't take it raw. Because once you take raw pepper, once you put it in your food, the moment it gets into your mouth, to your throat, you start kind of having burning sensation down to your belly, right? Down there. Good. But when it's in a capsule, now let me advise again, which I know it can still be of help. If we decide to put pepper in our gari and then mold it up and swallow it with soup, remember that the gari, when you swallow it, it will digest. And when it digests, it will spread out and it will still do the same job. So we need to start using our brain. Now, if you're the type that have ulcer, though the woman mentioned that it cures ulcer as well. She mentioned it, but I don't know. But all I know is that if you have ulcer, you may take it in moderation. Now, remember, when you have ulcer and when you eat, sometimes when you eat, you kind of be feeling nausea, as if you want to throw up the food you've eaten. But when you go get something hot, something pepperish and eat, you feel better. That nausea feelings all the time is as a result of symptoms of ulcer. Sometimes. So many symptoms, like I mentioned, that when you have headache, you think it's just ordinary headache. Headache is a sign. It's a knock on the door to say, get up, go and check your body. It's good for child too, once in a while. Yeah, Akindele, yes, it is. It is good. We Africans, we were trained, we grew up with having pepper in our food, and then we send it to our children. Some people, I don't know, that don't put pepper in their food. I don't know how they manage to enjoy their food, because the food will kind of be kind of bland. It will not be like proper made food, you know. So we have beautiful things we can use to support ourselves. So now I've mentioned about the heart. You need to be checking yourself. Let me tell you a story of a friend of mine, something that happened. She told me a story from Africa. She had a friend of hers who was almost collapsing. She was sweating. So she just went to and visited her, and she saw her in that condition and was wondering what was happening to her. So the lady was saying that she's not feeling herself, she's feeling fainty, and she was sweating from head to her toes. So she quickly took her to a pharmacy shop to check to know what is happening to her. She was not feeling okay. So when she got there, the pharmacist checked her blood pressure, because normally that's the first thing to make sure that the heart is working properly. When she checked her blood pressure, she realized that the woman's blood pressure was so high. Apparently, she has high blood pressure, very high blood pressure. It was reading, I think, 180 over 190 thereabouts or something, which is very dangerous. She was in a very dangerous situation that time. Okay, so thereafter, so the pharmacist asked her, oh, how are you? No, the pharmacist now had to, recommend some medicines for her to take to calm down the blood pressure, to clamp it down. Because at that stage it was deadly. She can develop stroke straight away. She can develop heart attack immediately, if not God intervening. So thereafter, so the pharmacist was asking her, oh, how are you doing? Have you checked your blood pressure in the recent time? He said, oh, no, I'm okay, I'm fine. I don't think I have any blood pressure. He said, but it's always good to check. Is it okay for me to check for you whether you have any blood pressure? Guys, guess what happened? When the pharmacist checked her blood pressure, only to realize that she was in the same dangerous zone with her friend. Her blood pressure has also skyrocketed without her knowing. And she felt she was good. She felt she was healthy. She felt she was having good health. This is someone that took her friend, yeah, for treatment, and then ended up not knowing all this while. So the pharmacist showed her, said, look, you are in the same zone with your friend that you brought. You brought a friend to be treated. You yourself, you also need the treatment. Just like Margaret said, oh my God. She said, oh my God, I nearly dropped dead. And she received the same treatment with her friend. Guys, can you see how the world is? This is the reason. If she hadn't taken her friend for treatment, she wouldn't have known that she's already hypertensive. And she would have been busy parading herself all over the place. Before you know it, they say somebody has dropped dead. And then they will say one evil spirit has knocked her down. We need to wisen up. Everything is not about evil spirits. Now, God has given us the knowledge, right? This is why we have medical doctors out there. God is helping us. We pray. We ask God for help. We ask God, to sustain us in everything we're doing. How does God give us help? How? God help us by using fellow human beings. You get that? God will help us by using our fellow human beings. Now, did you see that situation of that lady? God made her take her friend to the pharmacist. By taking her friend to the pharmacist dictated that she was almost dying. And that was how she was rescued. This is God. This is how God help us. This is how God do what? Help us. Don't expect God to come from heaven to say, okay, you go take your medication. No. This is why we are the secondary creature of God. Human beings are the most senior creature of God. We are controlling the rest creatures like the animals. We are on top. We are in charge. And we need to use the brain that God has what? Given to us. But most of us, we don't use the brain. We don't use it. And then you're busy parading yourself, doing silly things, not using your brain. We need to be very reasonable. We need to be very calculative. We need to be on point at all times. Because if you handle your life carelessly and you drop dead, you don't have anyone to blame. You can't do any, there's nothing God is going to do for you. Deborah says, checking your blood pressure is very good. Yes, Deborah, it's very good. Guys, if it's possible for you, please invest on blood pressure machine. I am having a plan where I'm going to bring in a professional who is going to put us through to most of these things, who is going to give us medical advice, with her expertise, so that we can get to understand what we need to do for ourselves. So we are going to plan that, where she will have to sit down and give us the information so that we can learn, including me, myself. Everyone is going to learn. Okay. Now, I've spoken about your kidneys. I've spoken about your liver, your pancreas, how you need to look after them. Make sure you go for checkup. Always check, because you can't see what is happening inside of you. You cannot see it. Now, there is what they call, apart from blood tests, right? There are other checks we can do as humans. Some other parts of our body, especially the women, that's what they call smear test. If you're a medical person watching me, you will understand what I mean. Now, the smear test concerns the women. It has to do with regular, it's not very regular. I think you are expected to do the test, to do the check here, or do the test like 3 times every 3 years. So it has to do with going to check your private parts to make sure that it's very viable, to make sure it is healthy. Cervical screening. Beautiful. Youngest, thank you. I can see you have the knowledge. Thank you so much. Everybody have a look at youngest comments there. It's called cervical screening. It's very crucial. It's very crucial if you're a woman. Please, you still need to start thinking about doing it. Remember, health. They say health is money. If you don't have your health, there's nothing you can do in this life. So always put your health as priority. Prioritize your health, okay? No matter how little you have. If you miss borrowing money, trust me, borrow money, run all of these tests is very important. It's very, very important. Check for hepatitis. Those of you in Africa that, get so much in contact with all this malaria thing and all that, always check all of these things. Make sure you are on point. People are dropping dead every day. It's no longer funny. It's no longer funny because of what? Carelessness. Especially the one of the high blood pressure. High blood pressure it doesn't come on your face. No. You may be shouting, jubilating, doing all sorts of things, so active in the day. But if you have high blood pressure and you're not checking it, you're not normalizing it, you're not clamping it down, it's very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous, guys. Please take note. I've mentioned the sugar. Sugar is a problem. We need to cut down on sugar. There's so many of the food we're eating contains a lot of sugar. So that's the reason. If you're the tea type that like drinking tea, if it's possible, don't add sugar to your tea anymore. I tried it and it worked for me. I don't add sugar to my tea. If you add sugar to my tea, I'll not drink it, I'll pour it away. Because to me, I'll be kind of having as if I'm having a taste of poison. Because I've already trained myself not to add sugar to my tea. Now, if you already have a diabetes already, you need to be checking. You need to be checking yourself to make sure that your blood sugar level is normalized, that your blood sugar level is on point. Now, let me recap again about high blood pressure. There is one we have low blood pressure. Some people suffer from low blood pressure. So low blood pressure, according to the medical expert, is more dangerous than the high blood pressure. Now, in low blood pressure, one of the signs of low blood pressure, they tend to be feeling very sleepy at all times. They tend to be dozing off at all times. Someone that has low blood pressure might be sitting down beside you, chatting with you. Yes, thank you. Oh, youngest, we're going to include you in our talk. I'll take note of let me know if you have a YouTube channel, because you're going to be very beneficial to Star DD TV besties. I can see you're actually giving us knowledge, very good knowledge. So youngest said that low blood pressure is regarded as hypotension. So high blood pressure is hypertension, low blood pressure is called hypotension. It's very dangerous. So they feel tired every minute. They feel drowsy, they feel tired, they feel like sleeping, dozing off every minute because their blood pressure is very low. So it makes them feel tired. And that's one, according to medical personnel, they said is very dangerous because they can doze off, they can die from their sleep. So apparently the kind of treatment they receive is to kind of spike up the flow of the blood in their arteries to energize the heart so that the heart will pump blood more frequently than it is doing. So you can see that the world is in big trouble. Success says, I also don't use sugar in my tea. Beautiful. You can see it's not hard, guys. It's not hard. It's all these things are habits. Most people here are making me understand they don't use sugar. Some use honey in their tea instead of sugar. But if you are diabetic, I think it will be the best advice for you to not even use honey at all, or you put a little quantity. Honey is better than sugar. Yes, absolutely. Both high and low sugar levels are not good. Yes, this is the thing, because people who are diabetic, their sugar level tends to be fluctuating. It goes high at some point, it goes down at some point. And when it goes down, it becomes a problem. This is why you still see people on their standing position, the next minute, they will collapse. They will fall on the floor and they will collapse. So all of these things, and the next thing that they need at that point in time is sugary drink to do what? To bring up their sugar level. High blood pressure causes headache. Absolutely. It causes some kind of weird headache. Headache on the forehead sometimes, headache at the back of the head, headache at the temple. All of this mess. It's a lot, a lot, a lot. High blood pressure sometimes make people's mood to change, makes them sometimes to be hyper, makes them sometimes to feel confused. All of those things. Too much sugar. Bola says too much sugar, not good for children. Yes, too much sugar is not good for children. Now, guys, can I tell you, as a child, some believe, Fumilayo says, some people believe sugar is sweet when taking it, when taking, yeah, apparently sugar is sweet. This is the dangerous aspect of it. This is why everybody is enslaved in sugar. Oh, nice, it's nice. Can I have some? Because it's sweet, and because the way God has created our tongue, we have what they call sweet bud. The sweet bud is in the tongue. So once sweet touches there, the tongue will start demanding from it wants more. So, but you, the owner of the tongue, will be the one to control your tongue, to control your body. So children, let me come back to what I was trying to say. Children take a lot of sugar, they survive it because their body is still very active. Their liver is functioning very well. Their kidney is up and running. So all of these things are being taken care of. But you as an adult, the older you grow, the weaker all of these organs in your body. This is why you need to start winding down. Because at some point over the years, they will come back to you. Younger says headache as a result of increase in the intracranial pressure in your head. Blood vessels is overworking. Thank you so much for all of this knowledge. Youngest, I need to take note of your page. I need to be giving you a shout out. Okay. And very soon I will invite you to this live so that you will come and give us a talk. Too much of everything is bad. Absolutely. Omotayo, too much of everything has to be in what? In moderation. Too much of everything is a huge problem. It's a problem. Even the best thing you're doing, when it becomes too much, it becomes a problem to you. So we need to curb some habits that we have. We need to curb that. We need to make sure that we go for regular health checks. We need to be checking our blood pressure to make sure. Most people have the low high blood pressure, they don't know they have high blood pressure. Most people are having low blood pressure, they don't know they have low blood pressure. You know? So we need to be up and running with our health, please. This is my honest advice because this came into me and I was moved to talk about this. I had some other topic today to present, but this is very crucial to me because without life, guys, we can't even be here talking. We can't even be doing anything. So this is why we need to be up and running. We need to take our health very seriously. Yes, the older you grow, yes, the weaker your body. That's it. Yes. So that's it, guys. Now, do you have any question regarding what we have discussed? You're free to ask your questions on the page, type your questions, or if you have any suggestions to make, because we are here to learn. Just like Youngest has been pouring us with knowledge. So we are here to learn. If you have any question, ask. If you have any suggestion, feel free to put on the page. Guys. You see the water? Water is very necessary. Your kidney need water to function well. Your kidney need water to do what? To function very well. Is it good for someone over 60 to be taking Milo or Ovaltine? Not at all. Remember what we said. The older we grow, all these organs, they start dwindling. They start being weak. Some years past, people had Very wrong notion. Oh, I want to eat. I want to enjoy myself. Oh, make me a cup of Milo. Add milk. Add 5, 10 cubes of sugar. Make it very sweet, okay? I want it very sweet. No, not for adults. No, no, no. Mm-mm. I am a tea person, guys. Let me tell you a little about myself. I'm a tea person. Whether we are in winter or we're in summer, when the weather is very hot, I don't miss my tea. I don't take chocolate tea. I don't take Bonvita. I don't take Milo. I don't take hot chocolate. I don't take coffee maybe once in a while like a treat, just because of the smell. I don't take all of those. What do I take? I take a tea called chamomile. This chamomile is like a flower that has been dried. I buy from the shop already prepared, right? It's like a tea bag. It's like a tea bag. So I soak it in hot water. I soak it and then I get it out. Then the milk I drink is called is a seed. It's a milk from seed. Ma, get me my milk. I need to show to my audience the milk I take. So it's not from animal. Most milk come from the cow, yeah, or the goats. For an adult, you don't need all of those things anymore. They are only needed when you're a baby, from baby stage, to nurture them, to grow them up, to build their body. Once you hit adults, the other one, the brown one, once you're an adult, you need to start cutting down on all of these things because you have your future. You're looking at your future, right? You have things ahead of you. And then you're asking yourself, how many years has God almond? How many years do I have ahead of me? How am I going to maintain this health so that I'll be able to reach up to 100 years? Because I know that everyone here is looking forward to clock 100 years or more than. How are you going to make it? Is by your lifestyle. And what is the lifestyle we're talking about? Your lifestyle has to do with what you put in your mouth, what you eat, what you put on your skin, what how you look after yourself. All of those things. Yes. All of those things. Thank you. Guys, I want to show you, it's not an advert at all. Just to show you so you can have an idea in case if you might decide to, change your mind about the milk. It's called almond. That's why. So apparently this is the fruit, almond, blended almond, and then they purify it and then they process it. It comes out as milk. I don't know if I can. Ma, get me a cup. Let me turn it out so that my besties will see what it looks like. Now, most of us in the past years, we've been into this habit of drinking milk. But there are still alternatives. Because one thing in this life, guys, I have to tell you is this. It's not very easy to cut down on some habits. It's not very easy. But you can have alternatives so that you can continue feeling happy. Another one. Clear one, yeah? Glass. So that you can continue to feel happy. Because there's one psychological thing about human. Human sometimes can start feeling bad as a result of deprivation. But at this time, it's not deprivation. It's all about good lifestyle. So you don't see it as deprivation. Or someone says, don't drink milk. Thank you. Someone says, don't drink milk. You're depriving me. No. You see it as someone is trying to help you out. Someone is trying to help you out to live long. Okay. So I'm turning out the milk. Guys, I'm turning it out. This is what it looks like. Now, while looking at this, you will think that this is fresh milk, right? See that? That's the almond. So, when I take it, when I add it to my tea, when I add it to my cereal, I still have that satisfaction that I'm taking milk because I grew up with what? Taking milk, the fatty cow milk or the goat milk. Meanwhile, this is extracted from what? Nuts, almond. And it gives me that what? That satisfaction. And I feel good. So I wouldn't feel deprived. Can you see the logic? So that's it, guys. So please ensure you go and arrange for your blood test if you haven't done so. You'll be surprised what your blood test results will detect. Something that is about to start taking place in your body, and then you do what? You stop it instantly by going for treatment so that it wouldn't kill you. Start checking your blood pressure. Guys, very important. Do all of these things, help yourselves. Stop drinking too much paracetamol. You have fever, paracetamol. You have headache, paracetamol. You have belly ache, paracetamol. Your leg is hurting you, paracetamol. Paracetamol is not good to the kidney. Too much of it. Have you been told? We have medical people here. They can testify that too much of paracetamol is not good. Yes. Akindele says, yes, ma. We women should not use too much of sugar because when menstruating, it really affects us too much. Exactly. You see that? In your monthly cycle, when you're taking sugar, it makes it worse. It gives you a lot of pain. For people that experience it, you can see it gives pain to so many people. No wonder your face. Either. Omotayo, thank you so much. Yeah, you see, when you look after yourself, it will reflect on your skin. It will reflect inside of your inner body. Guys, thank you so much for spending your quality time with Style Didi TV this evening. And I hope that you're taking something very significant home with you as you have come for this live video. Thank you so much. I applaud all of you for listening and for taking corrections. And I am well privileged and I honor your presence in this live video. Thank you so much and remain blessed. God bless all of you. God bless Style Didi TV besties. God bless everyone. Thank you for coming and I will see you again. Remember, Christmas is coming. Cut down on your budgets. Don't spend too much. Don't spend above your pocket. There is no competition. Spend the much you can afford, okay? Don't go stealing. Don't go looting people's shops, homes, and all that. Cut your coat according to your what? Your fabric. And remain blessed. I'll see you again in my next one. Ciao. Bye for now.
And now if you come now, we should be able to enter inside the house now.